Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today, or this morning, while I got up, going to work, Nintendo finally dropped some new bits, stuff, things, whatever you want to call it, for Super Mario Maker 2. Now, I've already watched this video, but I want to go through it and kind of cover all of it myself, and sort of pick out the things that I was really happy about. Yeah, about time. I mean, this game came out in June, very end of June. We're into December, and this is the first time we've got anything new except for like a little multiplayer update. But yeah, we're just going to knock this down a little bit. We're going to go through it. I'm just going to point out the different things that I'm mostly interested in and talk about why. But let's go.
Thanks for playing the Super Mario Maker 2 game. Let's check out what's in store for the latest update, including a variety of new parts. First up is Spike.
So, probably the biggest thing for me, because I am working on... still working on the Super Mario Bros. 3 kind of remix type levels, which is basically where I'm looking at the original game, looking at the original levels, kind of remixing them. Remix might be a bit too, might be the wrong word. I'm kind of using inspiration from those levels. Some of my levels are more close to the original one, some are a bit different, but they're meant to use the same sort of theme. You know, the whole like sort of grassland, desert land, waterland, and then similar sort of theming, similar sort of level structures, stuff to basically hit that nostalgia spot. Now, Spike is one enemy that will be in the game, which is great because I made a level, made a level that was from Waterland, and I didn't have Spike, so I had to replace Spike with Monty Mole to kind of give that new, fresh enemy look. Now, I never uploaded that level. So now I can do two versions of it now. So I can do a version with Spike and I can do a version with Monty Mole, which will be kind of fun, which I'm planning on doing. But as soon as they showed off Spike, I was like, oh, thank God! And it's really cool what they're doing with him. So this is the Super Mario Bros. 3 version of him. This is where he originates.
Green Glutton can spit out
so
spiky iron balls and toss them at you.
I like how they did like a level with the semi-solid platforms, because they spend a lot of time on that kind of platform.
You get hit, it's really gonna hurt. However, with the right...
Now it looks like you can use him to open up blocks, which is really cool. This is awesome. So they put him in the original. Let's go. Let's just knock that back just a tad. I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, his sprite looks pretty cool actually. Get to use him to smash through blocks. This is cool as well, using him to jump on. Like all these things where you can use it and even bounce on them with the boot. And then they've added the snowball thing in as well, which is kind of cool. So now you can like pick up the snowballs, which is fun.
Spike will throw snowballs.
I'm assuming they hurt you if you just let them hit you.
Iron. The balls Spike tosses have many uses.
So Spike, probably for me, in this update, a lot of people are going to see the Master Sword part at the end, but for me that was the biggest thing. Anytime I can use enemies get added in that were in Super Mario Bros. 3 that currently aren't in there is awesome, because it means I can do more of the game how I want it. Like, we still don't have like hot foot or rotor discs or rotary discs, whatever they're called. I'm probably thinking of some other enemy. Oh, the Big Bertha, the fish. I don't think Big Bertha's in Super Mario Bros. 3. I could be wrong on that one, but yeah, there's a bunch of enemies that still need to come back, which would be great. So, but now I've got Pokey enemy originally from Super Mario Bros. 2 actually, I believe, yes, and then got put into World, never existed in Super Mario Bros. 3.
Next is Pokey, made up of spiky
Which is awesome
spears.
to see.
This cactus-like foe poses quite a threat. You'll take damage if you touch its spikes.
Like in the wings, they jump.
Challenge. Looks like I can't go through. Aha! A fireball will do the trick.
Yeah, kind of fun. I do like Pokey.
Can also stomach the prickly Pokey.
This move's really funny.
In night mode, Pokey will take to the skies.
That's kind of weird.
Give it wings and it'll home in. The snow theme turns Pokey into a snowman. Step on one, and you're in for a snowy surprise.
Take his head. Take his head. Oh.
Let's take a look at the new frozen coins.
So frozen coins, this is awesome as well. This is something I wasn't expecting at all, but they've added frozen coins in from Super Mario Bros. 3. So these originated in Iceland, where you could fire fireballs at them to unfreeze them. So
ice. This coin
it's kind of cool what they say. They go on about how you can use it, and you can see that anything that does fire, anything that hits it with fire will thaw them out, which is really interesting. It's definitely a new element. I love them.
Parts
They're awesome.
Like burner, firebar.
That's cool.
And Angry Sun.
Angry Sun is also really cool.
So heat up your courses with some cool traps. Next up is the P block.
So P block's interesting because P block kind of exists already. It's just not a solid block. It's usually with coins and things like that. So it's interesting that they're bringing this in.
Will appear when you step on a P-switch.
So they look kind of cool. I don't know why, because in the older games there's a lot of stuff you can do with P-switches that you can't do with Mario Maker. So I suppose this kind of acts as that, like switching the blocks on and off.
But only temporarily.
It also seems to stop everything. It's kind of bonkers.
Use it like this.
This is
like
cheeky. Bit cheeky.
The dash block is coming.
Dash block is awesome. Dash block is from Super Mario 3D World.
Super Mario 3D World game style.
I love it.
Step on it to dash.
Whee!
At this
There's some
speed,
really good levels
long
in Super Mario 3D World that
so even
use
faraway
this.
blocks are fair game.
Connect
a few and keep on dashing.
That's the kind of level I want.
Use it for technical courses or to reach Mach speed with the Koopa Troopa car.
There's going to be so many good car levels people are going to make with that. Alright, so those are the simple things they're adding in. They're now going to show off the Master Sword, and the Master Sword does some interesting things. It turns you into Link. It gives them a bunch of abilities, and I think the reason they've done this is, one, you don't have the amiibo costumes like you used to. But I think it's because a lot of people make Zelda-esque levels.
It's dangerous to go alone.
So
take this. Introducing the Master Sword power-up. This familiar item is from the Legend of Zelda series.
Only available in the Super Mario Bros. Style.
Mario transforms into Link.
I like the fact the music changes as well.
Show.
I hope they do more of this. Kirby met Samus.
Guard with the shield.
But yeah, like you can see, like you can block with the shield, you do the sword. You're gonna see the bombs, the arrows. You can downstab. Is this gonna dash? This is gonna be really interesting to see what people make.
Down thrust. You can take advantage of Link's classic moveset
Stab,
some of his tools. Something out of reach?
I'm kind of curious how you use some of these, though. I mean, you've got enough buttons to do it.
You can shoot in 3 different directions. A dead end?
Bomb.
It's no match for a bomb. With the Master Sword, you can find creative ways to clear courses.
Blow up stuff. I love it, though. It's pretty awesome. I don't think I'll use it that much. I mean, I will use it, but I don't think I'll use it that much.
The star of a puzzle-solving course. Those aren't the only upgrades.
Ninja speedruns. Put ninjas in the. So they put ninjas in the game.
Ninja speedruns is here.
But they're from Super Mario Bros. 2.
On courses created
so
by Nintendo
put the ninjas in the game.
For this mode. Other players' Ninja Ghosts will run alongside you as you compete against rivals from around the world.
They are pretty cool enemies.
New courses will be distributed periodically. Clear courses.
I'll probably play this. Just collect the ninja parts.
And even unlock special Mii
costumes. Give me that ninja hat. That's what I want.
In addition to bragging rights, top players will also have gold stars circle around their Mii character for a certain period of time.
Have to practice, practice, practice. I love it. I'm so glad they're finally adding some more content to this game. Not that it wasn't content rich anyway, but the more stuff they add from Super Mario Bros. 3, the closer I can get to the original game.
Super Mario Maker 2 Update 2.
So there you go. That's what's coming to Super Mario Maker 2, and that's this week. It's only in like a couple days, so that's awesome. I wish they would update this game more often. Now I know they probably spent a lot of time working on most of this content, but it really does feel like it's been like complete silence. And obviously, if they're showing something like this off, and so let's say there's a Nintendo Direct coming up, maybe this is something they didn't want to show off in that, they want it overshadowed. I don't know whether they will have a Nintendo Direct coming up or not, but I really hope that they still add more stuff to this next year. Like Mario Maker 1 had like updates every couple of months. It was awesome. They kept adding new stuff, and I know there's already a lot of things in this game, but all they've got to do is look at the enemies that are missing, add a bunch of the enemies, add a bunch of the elements. I'm really liking what they're adding in this. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's going to get me to go back and like work on the levels and play, because it's been a while since I've properly made any levels. I made loads, and then I just sort of stopped for a few months. But I think Spike being the big one for me, because that means that's an enemy that I can use in Super Mario Bros. 3, means I can build a lot more of the levels that have him in. properly rather than having to substitute him for like Monty Mole or a different enemy, which is awesome. I think the Master Sword is going to allow a lot of people to make some cool levels, and that leads on to hopefully like us seeing other characters getting put in there like Samus, who would be awesome. You know, being able to use Morph Ball and different beams and stuff. Like, I think you could do some fun stuff with that. Obviously Kirby, like, there's plenty of like Nintendo characters they could do that would be kind of fun if people are making stylized levels around them. So it's like a new functionality, if you will. So, but that's like my thoughts on it. I'm really looking forward to this. I can't wait for this to come out. I'm going to jump back in, start doing some more construction completes, get back on that train and start uploading more of those, because I love this game. This game is fantastic. I just wish there was more updates regularly. So, but thank you very much for watching. As always, if you like this video, hit like. If you want to subscribe and see more of this content, hit subscribe. Obviously down below we've got the comment section if you want to have a discussion down there, and then we've got the Twitter and Facebook link down there if you want to follow us on either of those. But until next video, I'll see you then.